stuff like that. You know,
Well,
I'll keep an eye.
let me find you here. It should automatically put you up there. There you
Okay.
are. All
My,
right.
sorry, my dog is
Waiting
just
for Night Owl.
my dog is she's starting to go to her you know, the zoomies.
Yeah.
She's getting real excited for some reason and running around the place. So
There we go. We are officially on now.
yeah.
And
And we have
Joe is
Joe.
on.
Good evening, Joseph. Sorry, did you send me a post there recently, Joseph? I was just in the middle of trying to set up this live, so I didn't get a chance to reply. But just while I remember, hey Michael, how's it going? People were asking me, yeah, I was in the middle of doing that video, the coconut oil, and then I found the video that I had seen it in, okay, and I posted it on my community page, and there's a girl, and
Hey, Tim.
she's explaining how she, you know, uses it to change the color in the wood, and she goes a step further and she adds pigments to it, like to match in with mahogany and stuff like that, and she puts it on with steel wool. So it's in the community page. So if you just want to go and take a look at that, it's very interesting, and she explains it a bit better than I did. You know, oh, even Amy's in the chat. Yeah, down there, you're multitasking.
I am.
Yeah,
Pretty
what's
talented,
new?
somewhat.
Yeah, what's new, hey? So I
Hey,
don't know whether
Ray.
I don't know
Hey,
whether you can
Perry. Michael.
you see the coloring a bit better on that now, like how it went, like, you know, it's a bit patchy, but it went from kind of like a whitish color to, like, you can see the kind of like it's nearly like a tea stain color. You know, it's light enough, so it works pretty well, and that's only like a light coating of it. So that's what I would recommend if you've no what's wood stain or anything like that, and it costs like pittance, like, to use, and it's not going to dry up on you or anything in the jar. So, you know. So what are you doing, Amy? What are you at today? It looks like a drawing there on your desk. What are you at?
I'm working on.
Oh, cool. I can't really see it properly. It looks kind of blurred, so if you can kind of tilt it up a bit or something. The what?
Oh, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I wasn't talking. I was just saying, if you can hold that eagle picture up, I can't really see it on your desk. Yeah, it's blurry for some reason. Oh, now I can see it a bit better now. Yeah.
Send it.
No, the video is blurred or something on the screen. It's not showing up very well or something. So who else is in there in the chat? We've got Joe, we've got Dad, we've got the Carving Wizard, Ray and Sandy, Michael. Sorry guys, this was just a last minute thing, and I couldn't even figure out. I only done one live before, and I was like, the setting for it was totally in a different place than when I'd done it the last time. It was at the top of the page, and for some reason I found it in, like, where, you know, where your shorts are, and it was like, add somebody. I was like, what the fuck? Oh. So we're getting a tour of Amy's shop there. No, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, that's a good sign. You know, you're working. Yeah, I like your new setup there. Makes it look like you have a lot more space. Well, it is a big shop. You're lucky to have it.
Well, I'm. I need some stuff to head up in September.
You need people to send you goodies. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And you just ran past the camera. She's running around the shop. Oh, you're putting yourself further away from putting yourself as further away from the camera as possible, right? Okay. Okay.
Yeah. If I could put it way back there, I would have.
I know you would. You'd be out, yeah. In the next county. Oh, stop. So
Okay. This is
ah.
what I'm working on.
Yeah, it's still blurry. It's just, it's not, I'm not saying your picture's blurry, it's the camera. It's just not showing up properly. Can you, I don't know if the rest of the guys can see it, but I can't. I think it's probably because the light, it's probably the lighting. It's probably the lighting or something.
Here.
Okay. Sorry, my son's just saying he's going out. Yeah, I don't know, but like I can see you back there and the stuff on the wall, but I just can't see the eagle's just not showing up. Yeah, I'm waving at you. You know, so yeah, oh yeah, I was just thinking of some of the, where is it now? I don't know whether you can see like it's a piece of bamboo and it's cut like slightly at an angle, and then you won't see it on this. You won't see it on that. There's a little slit at the, sorry, just above where it slopes down at the angle. There's a little slit, so you insert a piece of like plastic to act as a reed, okay, and then you would put it inside a bigger tube like this, okay, and that's basically your duck call. It's as simple as that. You just have to cut it at a nice slope, and then, as I say, a little cut across the top here, and like a little piece of plastic ribbon or something like that, with it shaped like an arrowhead at the top, and let it hang down. So when you blow through the tube, it kind of lifts up, and that's what creates the sound. So that's pretty much what I did for Bear, because Bear was asking me. He says, "Are you sure you didn't send that duck call to Amy Jo?" Because he obviously heard Jamie using it a few times. He thought it was the one that I had kind of said, "Here, I'm sending this to you," and he was like, "How come I heard it on Amy Jo's channel?" He's sure because he hadn't received it. And I sent him and EW and what's that other chap who I was saying to you for a long time? He won on the Moon Challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Carvings and such, is it? Or Mark Spurk. Yeah, I sent them all out on the same day. And I was really surprised that EW got his so fast. Because the last time I sent you something, I think it was nearly 3 weeks or something in the post, because I just sent it normal snail mail. So yeah. So I was finding that hi Roy. Sorry, I'm just noticing people there now. Laurie. Amy, you seem to have been, oh no, you're not. I thought you were frozen there. You're just standing still. You lighting a cigarette?
No.
No? No? Okay. Okay. Thought you were. Okay. Thought you were. Yeah, so the girl in the post office said to me, "There's no point in sending it like you know, the extra, paying the extra money." She says, "It doesn't get there any quicker." So I said, okay. And right enough, she was right. So I was very surprised the EW guy is like really quick. I've seen it. I was like, "What? You got it already?" So yeah. Well, I know he's in Florida. Bear's in Ohio, and then Mark, I can't remember where he is. I have it written down anyway. Yeah. So yeah. And I was just looking through some old carvings there as well. I'm looking for something else to add to that for the Valentine's challenge as a giveaway. I have the other one from the Cottonwood Bark, and this little L which got the coconut oil treatment today. So yeah.
Cool.
So that's what I'll be adding to that. And then plus, oh yeah, you were saying to me earlier there was a guy and you wanted to donate something, but he just didn't want to post outside the stage, which is fine.
Because it's expensive.
Yeah. No, that's yeah.
Hi, Sarah.
You know. So yeah, we've got Spike. Isn't Spike in England? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. And Roy's in England. So I'm hoping I win. If they win, I get to post to them. So it'll be a lot cheaper for me this time, you know. So yeah, I can kind of see that a bit better now. Oh, no. Yeah, I can make it out though. Oh, now I see
Yeah,
it.
I don't know
Now,
why it's so grainy.
no, I can see it now. I can see it now. It was just
But
it was probably just yeah. Oh, that
I'm
looks
gonna make
cool.
it wavy behind it,
Mhm.
and then there's a mountain here.
Mhm. Yeah. You should get yourself a jigsaw. You know the jigsaws? So you have one.
Never used it.
You never used it. Well, literally, if you drill a hole down, and then you can go like either left side or right side. Once the hole is bigger than the the blade, you know, and you can comfortably turn it around. Do you know what I mean? If it's going to be in a waste piece, it will
Right.
okay. You mightn't be able to do some of the more finer parts, if depending how fine the blade is, you know, like around the feet and stuff like that. Depends on how intricate the piece is you're working on. But certainly, it would save you
Right.
waiting on the guys. You can also get a hand. Called a fret saw, or there is another name for it. I just can't think of it right now. But Roy, can you think of or anyone think of the name? You know, they're like a fret saw. The hand, it's a very, very fine blade on it, and it looks like a bent over coat hanger at the side, so you can actually, you know, maneuver the blade around quite easy. A saw, yeah, saw, a coping saw. That's it. Thank you, Joe. Coping saw, yeah, that's the name for it. Pretty cheap, you know, and you're not going to hurt yourself using it or anything like that. So,
I can try
well,
that.
you know, it takes a bit of time, you know. But with basswood, it's a soft wood. It should cut through it pretty easy, and it'll save all that waiting around for the guys to do stuff for you.
Right.
You know, there might be even one of them lying around in the shop. You never know.
You never know in this.
Yeah. You just clamp it down. You just even clamp it down to the side of the table and just work it on it, and then turn it around. You know, so it's. I remember like as a kid, my dad had drawn out little animal shapes on pieces of wood, and he'd drill like the hole and then feed the blade through for me, and then I just cut them out, and then I used to paint them and I just put them on the Christmas tree. You know, so I was pretty young doing that, so it's so easy to do. You know, so you'd actually, once you get going at it, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Save you a lot of time.
You gotta try.
I have one in work, but I've no blades for it. But I'll take a picture of it and I'll send it to you so you'll know if you see it lying around, you'll know it because it's a kind of peculiar shape, you know. So,
Okay.
and what else? What else are you doing apart from that eagle?
Well, I'm debating on putting color on that fish that I did.
Yeah, the green, very, very watered down, light green. I'd say would be okay. The stuff you get from Hobby Lobby.
I
Hi, Alex.
feel like I can paint. I mean, not paint, but that water tint, whatever it's called,
Yeah, color wash.
color wash.
Yeah. You're going to use that. Is that what you're saying?
Me color. He's saying you've got to add a little bit of color to it. So
Did you find the scrap pieces the pieces that you cut out to make the negative space? Did you find them? Like did you trash them already?
I destroyed them.
Okay. All I was going to say was if you still had them, you could try the color wash or whatever on those pieces of wood and then see what it looks like. You know? Say if
Oh,
you,
I do have a few of those pieces.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Right. Okay. But it's still basswood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then there
Yeah,
you
I
go. So you'll know.
water it down. It'll work.
Yeah. Yeah. And don't shake it or mix it like I did that time when I didn't realize there was gold at the bottom. It was okay.
That
Like I
was
didn't.
my.
No. It said it quite clearly. It said it on the label. I just didn't read it. You know, and as you
Yeah,
do with
I
sometimes
never shake my stuff up.
when you get a paint or anything like that, the first thing I usually do is shake it. And then I was like, oh, look at those little sparkly things. Where did they come from? Then I realized it was gold in it, gold tint. I was like, yeah, I should have read that. Hmm. So, yeah, can't really blame you for that. What's this? Looks like alien on the wall. All right, he's talking about your.
We made that.
That is an alien on the wall.
Yeah, that's what Wowie made.
Yeah, it's cool. That's it. You done a trade with him, didn't you? Yeah, that's a cool one. That's,
I've got a lot of Aiden stuff up there.
you're not allowed to win any more Geordie carvings. You've enough of them. Yeah.
I like to hide. I'm not one for the camera.
Hi, Sarah. Sorry, just copying you there now. I've been looking straight at the screen and not at the chat. Sorry, my bad. So if I missed anyone.
You just been got the chat.
Well, I've been looking down. I have been looking down, but it's sometimes it moves fast and you kind of miss. So I wasn't scrolling back down in time, and I just noticed
Right.
Sarah there. I think I caught most people that were there at the start, but yeah. So you done a trade with where we thought, didn't you? You done the Indian, wasn't it?
Yep, it was the Native American
Yeah,
look.
yeah. That was a cool one. And then, have you done any more with the other native that you were carving?
I did.
I know I did. I did see most of it finished, but then I forgot to ask you, did you do any more on it?
Let me.
Yeah. The last time I think I seen it was you had a kind of like a necklace at the end of it. You were after doing a necklace on it. A bit like, hold on, I'll get my attempt. I had it in the video earlier, where I carved a little necklace onto him. So he kind of now I do like the lips on this, but they look more kind of feminine. But he reminds me of, oh, that's cool. That's cool. This one here reminds me of, the real old Hollywood Indians that they used to have, and their faces were real orange in the movies.
It's off, but
Yeah, but yours is more. Most Indian warriors were kind of pissed off. They were warriors. They weren't party animals, they were warriors. So oh, they do. They
I
like
got some shells.
they like their peyote, for their
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, sure, quack a lot. Yeah. Here, get that quacker off him and just hold it up, and so you can show Bear it's not his one. No. Yeah. I don't know what made him think that, but anyway, probably because he hasn't received it yet, and he's seen EWIs.
Right.
So yeah.
About
What are you doing, woman?
Anyway.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just going to take it. This looks horrible. It's like bright green. It's Fanta apple. The kids spotted it in the shop today, so I said I'll just try it. It's leprechaun blood.
It looks it looks interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. My service isn't good out here
It's
today for some reason.
It's dropping a bit. All right. Yeah. Yeah. No worries.
Yeah.
No worries. That happens. That used to hasn't happened on you in a while, Roy. It used to happen to you quite a lot, didn't it? You must have sorted out a better service out in your work area. If Roy is still there, could be the weather as well. Yeah, could be. He is so cool. You should definitely try and carve one of them, Amy. I was going to say, Jesus, Amy, you need a shave. Yeah, one day. No, you should just start practicing it. Just start practicing. Yeah, you keep saying that.
I put the Bigfoot in front of the camera. He's wondering what the heck we're talking about.
All right. Yeah, I suppose that would kind of sound weird if you were just catching it in passing. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, say, yeah, no, you should just get a few scrap pieces of wood and just try it. Just got the face part of it anyway, and then you know what to do with the rest of it. But he's really cool. That was a good find at a roadside store, was it? Truck stop.
Yeah. Jamie. I think it was in Kansas, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm actually kind of surprised that you haven't tried to do one. Now, apart from those flatboard ones, flatboard. Remember the one you did for the Christmas challenge? That I really liked that. I thought they were cool. There was something similar to the ones Joe was doing for a while. Joe, you done a few of them, didn't you? I think it was Joe. I'm not sure it was Joe.
Yeah, I need to try again.
Hey, Greg, how's it going? Yeah. Well, you, if I'm not mistaken, you threw that out. You threw that whole lot out because it kind of that really stressed you out. I remember that. That was like, and then one day she did it clear out of our shop, and she was showing me her pile of stuff she was getting rid of, and there on the top was trashed. Upside down was her Christmas challenge, and I was like, kind of like, that's not your Christmas. Yes, it is. I'm getting rid of it. I thought you would have even saved some of it. Yeah. You had a few moments with that. I think the hammer came to it once at one stage, but
yep.
I thought you would have saved the Bigfoot off it or something.
Yeah, I should have.
Yeah. Got to that stage. Yeah, you were at that part. That was, talk about the eagle being a thorn in your side. That was yeah. I remember that. Yeah. And what's the story? Did that what?
I said I didn't the eagle ways.
No. You're learning, yeah. And what's the story? Did that guy get back to you?
No.
Okay. Oh well, you'll have plenty of takers. If he doesn't, you'll have plenty of takers. That's fantastic.
That one. So, and I'm gonna.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
You decided what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
With that one.
So yeah, I think I know what you're doing with it. Yeah, but the bottom flag that you did that was with the color wash, right? That looked really well, and it does because paint is thicker. I totally agree with you. It's inclined to cover over all the the hard work you're after doing and the feathers and stuff like that. So whereas the color wash won't, it will just seep into the wood and it will still show everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's the way to go.
I need to go to Hobby Lobby, get some more of the color wash.
Yeah, I went to we've a well, it's not really like they haven't a big enough art section, and I looked around, I couldn't find it. And a few times I've been in there, I couldn't find it at all. You know, so they might just not have anything like that. They might have something similar if I ask, but it's one of these places. There's never any stat when as soon as you go to ask somebody something, they all seem to disappear. You know, it's like, and you know, you get these like, oh, if it's not on the shelf, we don't have it, kind of thing. You know, that's their attitude. So I hate going into
Right.
the shop site. There is another art shop as well, but it's really, really expensive with their stuff. So I try not to go in there at all, unless I really, really need
Oh,
something.
yeah.
You know.
Up when they have sales on.
Yeah. And they
shop.
where like, well, the one I'm talking about, it's only really,
Oh, hey.
yeah.
Joe has a question for you.
Okay. When you add water to the paint, what ratio do you use, Aiden? It depends. It depends, Joe. Like, if you want it like really dark, like if you put the color wash on, if you put it on neat, it's going to be really, really like a dark green. And if you put a few drops of water to it, you're only talking like a less than a teaspoon of water into it, like a small bit, and it's going to bring it down like to really, really light green. But sometimes when you put a color wash on, when you put it on initially, it's really dark, and then you come back to it 5 minutes later, and it's after lightening up a good bit. So then you just can put another layer on. But I wouldn't water it down too much at all, Joe. Just to, well, Amy's the one to ask about the color wash. She uses it all the time, and she's probably gone.
No,
Where
I'm
you
here.
going?
I was
Oh, yeah.
well. I was watching.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Chinese chopsaki flick. Yeah. No, I was saying that you would know more about the color wash and watering it down than I would, because you use it a lot more.
Oh, I just I don't have like a. I don't have like a thing with. I mean, what's it called? I just dump water on it and then
Yeah, hope for the best. Yeah, and then if it's not what you want, you just
and then
add a bit more of whatever water or paint. Yeah. What?
yeah, I pretty much wing it.
I ordered a bunch of what? Metallic paints. Oh yeah. Yeah, metallic paints are pretty good. That's what I actually used on this clockwork kind of L. Like it was a metallic copper, and then the old style gold color on the wings, and then this again it was slightly different gold on the base. But that's that Paulownia wood or whatever the hell it's called. Taya Marie, the girl who does all those lovely L carvings and animal carvings, just so happens to carve a white snowy L for a coffee company. I put the link on a link to it on my community page. She's talking about this wood and how it's actually hollow in the tree, like an actual bit off the tree. It's actually hollow in the center, so it doesn't crack and it doesn't retain moisture. So it's a great wood to get a hold of. And she was saying she'd love to be able to get it by the barrel load if she could. But check out that video. It's like she talks a bit about that wood. But so the metallics are are pretty good. Like that's after getting two different kind of tones, and I mix them in slightly just to kind of give it a different effect in different parts. It's hard to pick it up on the camera. But metallic paints are pretty good, Joe. You know, for something different. But yeah, I'm inclined to go through phases of painting everything or just leaving them kind of natural. You know, that was the plan with SL, was to leave it completely natural. And then I heard that thing about the coconut oil, and I said, "Oh, damn it, I'll give it a go, see what happens." You know, and then I put it on EWs. But the girl that's on that video, she's talking about how like it protects the wood and preserves the wood a bit, like, and stuff like that. But she went a step further and she put like this kind of like, I don't know, you know the way like curry powders are different, like spices are kind of like, you know, bright orange and kind of red and stuff like that. Well, that's what it looked like. That's what it looked like to me. And she added it into it and mixed it up, and she was able to then put it onto like a piece of a table that was missing, and she matched it into a mahogany color, you know, and it looks like perfect. It's like, wow. So never would have thought of doing that, you know. So it's a bit
Wow.
like,
Yeah, that is cool.
but it's a very short video. It starts off with her putting a bit of glue into a hole and telling you how she first of all goes across the grain and sands the table and gets the dust to go straight into the glue, and then she sands it from the other direction. You know, when she's finished, it looks pretty. It's a short video, so it's well worth a watch. You know, so
I'll have to definitely check.
What's everyone else working on? Bigfoot is awesome. I just came back and wasn't expecting that. What? I don't know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah. Sorry, my bad. I haven't really been looking down at the chat. Had said to Amy if she would take care of the chat, because I'm kind of like not really good at that. You know. Plus, it helps. She's got a big screen. I'm only on the phone, so it doesn't work out as well.
Okay.
I'm sure the kids have one somewhere. I must hassle them for it, because they've got their PCs and their laptops now. But I'm sure there's one lying around the house somewhere that I could probably kidnap. I'm losing you there, woman. I'm getting you in waves. I can't really quite make out what you're saying. Just give it a second and it'll probably come back.
I don't know.
Yeah, that came through perfectly clear.
It's usually not.
I know.
I don't know why it's acting up.
Yeah, that doesn't really happen when you're doing it by yourself. Maybe that could be part of it, or the weather.
Yeah, the weather is kind of.
So, have you used any jobs on the road tomorrow, or have you got just your normal Sunday?
I think hang out at the house tomorrow. I think.
When you say hang out at the house, you mean you're going to clean the house? If I know,
Yeah.
I know you. That's yeah. Well, I suppose like if you're working at the shop today, which is Saturday, and kind of on every other day, that's the kind of day you've got to do your laundry and all that jazz. You know, so yeah. So the only good thing is like you can throw the stuff in the washing machine and then just chill out for a while, or do something. Well, I suppose you have to do something else. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wanting to practice on sewing, so I have
Sewing.
and yeah, I'm officially getting.
Okay. Well, as long as it's not just like Jamie socks you're fixing or something.
No, I want to eventually do
Cool. I was laughing. Like there's a big crowd that come into my job, and there's a knitting group, and then there's they do quilts and they make babies blankets and all that. And they brought in a load of patterns and books the other day. I think Sarah actually took one of the books. If she's there, she did actually. I think what's that there? I have to finish the duck. Oh right. Yes, I just seen that. I cut out a quick shape of a duck and then gave it to Sarah. And I said, "Here, you can finish that off," because she was saying, "I'd love to try doing a duck." After she seen me making that one for Bear, and then I painted it, and she was like, "Oh, I'd love to do that." So I just drew one out and then cut it very basic. And then I found myself nearly carving it. And I was like, "Oh, I'm meant to be giving this to her to do." But it's not really a challenge. I was just saying to her, like, just there you go, just to, because she'd probably still be talking about it till next year. So I handed it to her and said, "Here, now you've got to do it." So now I know she hasn't. So you just rattled yourself out, Sarah. That you haven't actually started. Funny. So yeah. But Sarah's she's a very good artist. She did a great that time when I did challenge her to do the wooden sign. She did a really good job for her.
Oh yeah,
for
I
her
saw
partners.
that one.
And what was funny was she was saying, like it's his shed, but everything in it is mine, or something like that. Something like that, And I'd well believe it because Sarah's like me; she hoards stuff. You've no idea, like the press where we work with all the kids' toys, and there's just loads of stuff. And she goes, yeah, come to my house, it's twice that. Yeah. So,
well, you
Sarah,
never know when you need something.
Sarah, like when you're crafting or doing anything like that, you want to see my place. Oh, my wife does go mental. Like you've things of glue in this drawer, and you've paint in that drawer, and oh my God. And then I can never find anything when I go looking for it. There's bits of stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
But I used to make these fairy jar things, light up fairy jars, and oh my God, it used to drive me mad as well because I'd be looking for stuff, and then I'd be saying to the kids, "Did you take my brushes, or did you take my paints, or my glue gun, or stuff like that?" But it can kind of take over. It can, yeah. But you were lucky. You see, you've got the shop. So you can just kind of throw out all the stuff there. Whereas I have to do it. My workspace is the top of a washer dryer out in the shed. so count your blessings.
Yeah, we've got to get you a better setup, bud, so you can start recording out there.
Oh, listen, it wouldn't matter because they just move more stuff in there. They'd go, "Oh, great, now there's more room in there." They go, "Great, more room for our junk." Yeah. That's what happened. Originally, that shed was for me when I was making all the fairy stuff, because I used to sell a lot of them. And slowly, the washer dryer went in, the lawnmower. Well, that was okay. Bikes, an old sofa ended in there, a buffet, all sorts of shit. Excuse me.
What's a buffet?
A buffet is just like a large stool that you put your feet on. When you're if you're sitting down and you're on your sofa and you stretch your legs across and put your feet up on this kind of like a thing. Yeah.
Like a stool?
A bit like that, yeah.
But it's puffy?
Well, yeah. Can be. But anyway.
Is it buffet?
It's buffet. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it sounds weird. Buffet.
It sounds fancy.
It does, yeah. But it's not fancy anymore. It's out in the shed and it's covered in sawdust of all descriptions and glue. I'm laughing the way you keep moving Bigfoot from left to right. It looks like he's an animated figure. He's moving. It was like one of those, the Jason and the Argonauts movies. That is funny. It actually looks like he's moving. It looks like he's, what's they call that? Like a stop animation. You're moving him around there.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's like something Bear would do in his life. Something just come across the screen. Yeah. his case, he'd be probably wearing the mask. Yeah. That was so funny the other night. He had a Hulk mask on. Somebody said to him, "Carve an Incredible Hulk." And he said, "I'll do one better." And he came back with the mask on. Oh, it was hilarious. He's so funny. That guy is so funny. I don't know how his wife puts up with him because he's just hyper. He's just like 24/7. I'd say he's just like hyper, you know. But oh, stop! I know. I wish I. Yeah, I wish I. But
Oh,
stop. His little butt. Yeah, no, he's a very funny guy. He really is. Cracks me up. I don't know how his wife keeps up with him at all. He's just yeah. She's probably happy when he's out there. Oh, excuse me. Oh, stop. He's so funny. Yeah, he put up a video today. He broke the flex shaft on his oh, he has the thing like Roy has. That is it. If it's like, what's that called? What's that one called? The Fordham, isn't
it? Is it a Fordham?
It's the big one like Roy has. You know where you kind of he clicks in the parts into it and he puts the cable. I'm not too sure, but it looks very similar to the one Roy has.
Huh?
Oh, he broke. Yeah, he broke. I don't know how. Oh, yeah, he said how he broke it. You know the holes in your dust collector table. He stuck it in there. So whether he stuck it in there when it was on, or he stuck it in there and then turned it on, I don't know. But that's how he broke it. So yeah, so he was replacing the he had to replace the cable. But I was kind of going, how the hell did he break that? Because he usually does kind of like big kind of carvings. So you know the way normally on the Dremel, if you get the bore caught in a tight space, like it can whip around the cable, like it can break. But what's that? Hmm. Well, whatever you said, I only got half of it because the video cut again. So don't worry about it. You can tell me, you can send me a message later or something. I don't know where Bear is actually today because I put up that video about the coconut oil because it was actually the boss lady. I made a comment on his live, and the boss lady noticed it and she said, "What would you be using coconut oil on?" And I says, "Oh, a wood carving." And she's there, "Oh, interesting." So that's why I put up that video just to and then I found the video that I had originally seen and I added it to the community page. Just because it explains it a lot better. And the first time I watched it, I didn't watch all the video, so I didn't see her doing that with the putting the pigment in it. So I was like, "Oh, that's never would have thought of that," because it just goes on so it nearly turns it into like a paint, and then obviously when the oil or the coconut oil dries in, it seals it. If it like nearly looks like a wax finish. But I think Joe would find it quite interesting for stuff like, for some of the wooden boxes and stuff that he uses, stuff like that, or anyone that does the like woodworking as such, rather than just carving. Um, because the way I took what I took from it was she had an old table and it was like she had to put like a replacement piece, so there was like one strip wasn't mahogany and she made the color need to match it in, and she used the coconut oil and this pigment and it was like fantastic. I was like, wow, never would have thought of that. So I don't know whether Joe's still there or not. Hey, baby kisses. Sorry if I'm only copping you there now, Daryl. Who else is there? Said hello to Michael. Said hello to Perry, Sarah. Yeah, I think Joe might be gone. Don't see him. Hmm. So what's next? What's next? Have you? When are you going to start working on your challenge piece? I'm talking about the steam pump. The steam pump. You're just too probably busy. You're just busy with the eagle, I guess. Yeah. Are you? I hear you now. Yeah. Oh God. Heaven forbid. Uh, I don't know. I can hear you, and then it just kind of breaks up a little. So don't worry about it. Anyway, listen. I'm gonna go, and I have to sort out my son. He's to go for a kind of a not like an interview, but like a trying to get my job tomorrow. So have to kind of make sure he's got proper clothes and stuff like that for tomorrow. And stuff like that, because God only knows what he'd pick out. I had to tell him like as well, like he's kind of got long curly hair. You have to kind of like tie it back and stuff like that. So I have to keep an eye on what he's doing, because my wife is away. She's gone to New York for the week. Woohoo! Freedom. So yeah, so his mother would normally take over in that department and say, okay, you're wearing this and you're wearing that. Can you even hear me? No. Okay. I don't know whether you heard that or not. Amy, we can do more. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm gonna call it a day, and sorry it was all a bit all over the place. Okay, guys, talk to you later.